They don't have a desk anymore.
We're trying to ask for help, man, but
Seriously, you can't do that.
I can't record her?
No, you can't. This is privacy stuff. I'm sorry, but it cannot be filmed.
Ma'am, you can't block my camera,
Yeah,
man.
you can't record us.
You cannot.
No. Hey, look
For
at this. She's putting
privacy, for privacy purposes, you are not allowed to record this.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, there's no privacy in public, man.
This is a secured area. This cannot be recorded.
This is not a secured area. This is open to the public,
part
man.
right here.
You guys can't record.
You better get a
cannot
supervisor. You
record
better get a
this.
supervisor down. Man, what's your name? You need to identify yourself.
I
and give
do
me
not have
directives.
to identify myself.
You're trying to give me orders. You need to identify yourself, ma'am. Hey, you better get a supervisor down here.
Can I get a manager to
Popping
enrollment?
off right
We have
away.
some idiots trying to record everything and telling us that they do not have to not be able to record. Where? Oh, can I help you guys?
Yeah, these ladies
Thank you.
are getting a little bit unprofessional, telling us that we're not allowed to record. This is a restricted area. This is not a restricted area.
This is a private company.
is
You're
open.
not allowed to record what we're doing without consent
Oh
from
no,
the
absolutely
company.
not. You better get
This
somebody
is
else.
clear. This is not TSA. You can't.
Doesn't matter,
you
ma'am.
can't
You're in
film
public.
Clear.
This is public. This is public
This
property.
is a private company. You
Doesn't
don't
matter
have
if it's
permission
private
or
property.
consent
I
to
can go
film
record
us.
Subway too. They're private property also. Ma'am, you need to get educated. You need to get another supervisor or maybe call the police, but we're not going to stop recording, ma'am. We're allowed to do this. This is a First Amendment protected activity. We're allowed to record in public. This is public.
That's fine. You can record. You just can't
Yes.
record Clear.
No. What do you
Clear
mean,
is
like,
a private company. You cannot
I
record
can
what we're
record
doing.
anything I can see from a public space, ma'am.
Okay.
That's the law.
Then go ahead and record me.
Absolutely, I will.
Okay.
You should educate your employees that I'm allowed to record. It's the First
You are
Amendment
not allowed to
protected activity.
record what they are doing in their
Absolutely
business.
not. That's
That is
not
not
true.
acceptable.
That's absolutely not true, ma'am.
Grab TSA.
That's absolutely, yeah, grab TSA. Ridiculous. So we got this lady here, guys. It's ignorant of the law, saying that we're not allowed to record Clear employees.
Okay, sorry for the wait. I just had to reach out to my supervisor real quick.
No problem.
And so essentially what would need to happen is you would have to send in like an email ticket to our media team. And then once they receive your ticket, they can contact you back, and then they can potentially connect you with the one of the managers for the actual Denver Clear ambassadors.
No, I hear you. I'm just my only thought is, I've been doing this for a little while, and I understand that, the Denver International Airport is obviously paid for by the public, right? So it's a public entity. It's a public building, and I'm just saying, if I were to, just go take my phone and ask them a few questions, if that's something that I could do, because that would be a whole lot easier than, just kind of, I don't want them to be able to prepare for the questions, I guess we'll say it that way. Just to walk up and ask them a few questions from the employees. Is that something that's legal, I guess, is what I'm asking.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely show up and then ask for, the manager I can and see if it's okay with them to interview a few ambassadors and then see what they say then. But I can't say for sure because I only know of the way to, contact via the media team. But I'm sure if you go there and ask the managers on hand. If you
do have a contact to the media team, that would be cool. I'll write that down and reach out to them for sure and kind of pick their brain. But I just figured since you guys were in a public airport, it wouldn't be an issue. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, definitely understand. Let me take a look. I don't think it would be an issue, but I can't say for sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you guys ever had anybody try to record you in the past? Has there been any issues, or would I be the first one?
From my recollection, I can't say. I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know if anyone in and done that. But like I said,
but if you don't think it'd be, but you're saying you don't think it'd be an issue. It'd be cool. It's a public airport, right? In your opinion, okay. No, yeah, if that's cool. That's what I want to know. And then if you give me the contact to the media department, I'll reach out to them too and see what I can find out.
Yeah, so they get contact via email only. So it would be media@clearme.com.
At clearme.com. All right, brother. You were a huge help. I really appreciate you checking on that and taking the time to speak with me.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope you have a wonderful day then, okay?
All right, same to you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Would you look at that? Clearly, the reason I wanted to make that call was to follow up and see, has there been any training? Have they passed it along to that's their. It sounded like their corporate office, maybe call center, but that guy seemed a little bit more professional, I guess it would be, than the employees that they had on the ground, and called his supervisor, did the right thing. And clearly the communication from the company hasn't gone from what happened at DIA to there to communicate to the team. So clearly there's still some things that need to be resolved on that end. But we, of course, you can only email the media team and all that.
Hi, how are you? Hey guys, what are you guys doing?
What's it look like we're doing?
Filming?
Yeah.
What are you filming?
We're filming what we can see in a public space.
What's that?
Can I get your name and badge number, sir?
Seacoast 99008.
Thank you. We're just over here, just recording, just like you see. That's all.
You have no business here, though?
We do have business here.
You're traveling? You guys taking an airplane out?
We don't answer questions.
What's that?
We don't answer questions, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Is your body cam on?
So you guys are just coming to instigate and stuff?
We're not instigating anything. We actually asked this lady a question, and then she freaked out that we were recording her. So we just stayed, and we're documenting this whole interaction. So we knew that the police were coming.
You know what? I think they're concerned that you're recording personal identification off the computer screens.
They're concerned.
I'm just.
This shit is crazy, right, bro? In our shit, and we're telling him that he's not listening. He's fucking standing here recording me and shit. It's pretty funny. This shit is crazy, right, bro? It is. He's recording everybody.
Hi, how are you? Hey guys, what are you guys doing?
What's it look like we're doing?
Filming?
Yeah.
What are you filming?
We're filming what we can see in a public space.
What's that?
Can I get your name and badge number, sir?
Seacoast 99008.
Thank you. We're just over here, just recording, just like you see. That's all.
You have no business here, though?
We do have business here.
You're traveling? You guys taking an airplane out?
We don't answer questions.
What's that?
We don't answer questions, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Is your body cam on?
So you guys are just coming to instigate and stuff?
We're not instigating anything. We actually asked this lady a question, and then she freaked out that we were recording her. So we just stayed, and we're documenting this whole interaction. So we knew that the police were coming.
You know what? I think they're concerned that you're recording personal identification off the computer screens.
They're concerned.
I'm just saying.
That doesn't matter. You know the law, sir.
That's why I'm here.
You know that we're allowed to record anything in a public space. They're trying to say that they're a private company and we're not allowed to record them. That's not true. The First Amendment protects our right to do this.
Stop you. I'm the airport operations, the airport operator. You do need to get permission to film inside here.
I have permission.
From who?
From the First Amendment of the Constitution,
okay.
ma'am.
We can't have you filming
This is
in
a public space.
Okay.
Who are you? Can you identify
you
yourself?
Have
ma'am, if you're giving directives, you need to identify yourself, ma'am. What's your name?
I'm Eliza Camp from Terminal Operations.
Okay.
And you do need permission to film inside here.
I have
so I'm
permission.
going to have to ask you to go about the proper procedure to get that.
This is a public space, ma'am. I'm allowed to record in here.
I'm telling you, you must have a permit to film.
I'm telling you that I don't.
Okay, then you're going to have to be escorted out.
Okay, well, what's your name again so I can make sure who to file the lawsuit?
Eliza Camp.
Eliza?
I'm with Terminal Operations. I can give you a phone number that you can contact if you would like to film inside.
You have a card?
Just right over here for general. Okay, awesome, thanks.
Can you please put the camera down for 1 second so I can speak with you?
There's no way I'm going to turn the camera off.
Okay,
No.
well, I'm going to have to ask you to go route the proper procedure to film inside here, okay? You have to get that approved.
No, ma'am. For commercial use, we do. This is not commercial use, so you're incorrect. Trust me, we've done our research, ma'am. We know what we're doing here. We do this all the time.
Okay, so what would you like to film today?
We want to film anything that we can see from a public space without being harassed or molested. That's what we want.
Okay, we are not harassing you. We're asking you to...
Absolutely harass me. You're telling me you're going to escort me out of the building? That's unlawful, ma'am. You can't escort us out of the building. We're not committing a crime.
Okay, well...
And this gentleman should be educating you right now in the law. He's the police officer here.
You have to have a permit in order to film inside here.
For commercial
you have to get
use,
it approved
ma'am. We've done
from
our
our
research.
PIO.
we've done our research, man. We are allowed to record in a public space. This is a First Amendment protected activity.
You cannot film the checkpoints or anything of the sort.
I can record anything I can see from a public space, man.
You know, the guy I talked to with the company, I got to give him credit. He was professional. He made a call to his supervisor, and they don't have a clue on public photography or, even that they're in an airport and what that entails. So that is why your work is so important, certainly. And I want to, I don't want to play any more videos because that's obviously gone very poorly on my end. So I just kind of talk about where are you going from here with that video. I know you had another great one at the Belmar Library. I'd really want everyone to check that one out because there was some crazy things that happened there with the employees and even the customers. So, tell us about, what are you doing, complaints, whatever it may be with Denver International Airport and follow up there. And then the same with the Belmar Library.
Yeah, so with the Denver International Airport, Donut Hole and I just recently published a follow-up video, which is a fail again. So we're going to continue to go back. Every time they fail, we just keep coming back until they do their job correctly. So it was even worse this time, honestly. Like I said, we got assaulted by a TSA agent. He blocked our camera. He elbowed me in the face. It was ridiculous. Said he was going to sue us for recording. And then we had some tyrant Hadamio, Denver police officer, who wanted to grab my camera. And if I touched anything of his property, he probably would have tackled me and put me in handcuffs. But he thinks he's a police officer. He can grab my property. So, but no, we filed the complaints. We haven't heard. So I was just saying recently, I was telling Donut Hole, out of the whole time that I've been doing this, I've never received any resolution to a complaint. Most of the time they just completely ignore it. But even if they do reach out to us, there's no resolution, or we investigated ourselves and there's nothing we can do. But we let the complaint out and they've completely ignored us. That's typical. So we need to follow up still on that one. And now we're in the process of doing follow-ups on the follow-up, right? So we're trying to get security camera footage. Because we were assaulted by the TSA agent, so we need to get that. And Donut Hole's working on that part. And then, so that's kind of where we're sitting with that. And then as far as Belmar Library goes, so initially that video, agent, so we need to get that. And Donut Hole's working on that part. And then, so that's kind of where we're sitting with that. And then as far as Belmar Library goes, so initially that video was my fastest growing video. It was a really good one. And Joanna, the manager of the library, put a privacy complaint in, and I had the video removed. And she actually a few people showcased that video, and their videos got removed too. So she doesn't want anyone knowing how much of a tyrant she is. But anyways, we're going to do a follow-up. We're doing a mass audit, and I was there with Donut Hole, Mexican Long Hair, D-Trails, and a couple other of my family members. We went back, and there was a leak in the I think it was probably the group text that I did. Somebody was tipped them off, so we went in there, and they had the PR lady there, Padma, who was great. But they knew we were coming, and they rolled a red carpet out for us. So we wanted to come back. Just me and Donut Hole went back there without being announced, and it was on a live stream. And we walked in, and as soon as Jo saw us, she just took off to the back and hid, and she wouldn't come back out. And her name was removed off of the door, so that if we do come in there, I guess we can't get her name. But
wow.
I won't say her last name. A lot of people know it, but I won't say her last name just because YouTube does have a policy, privacy policy. So her name's Joanna, but everyone knows who she is. And basically, we filed a complaint. Nothing happened. I emailed her boss, the director of libraries, and I got just like this generic email back that, oh, we're looking into it. They didn't. I even said I was the videographer that was there, and she sent me this generic email back. And so I knew that they were kind of just getting bombarded with emails. So I wanted to thank everyone that emailed and does those phone calls, because that's also how we affect changes, by you guys making those phone calls and holding these people accountable. So they were getting bombarded with calls and emails, and they never reached back out to me as far as any resolution that happened. And we went back there, like I said, to try to give Joanna a chance to make herself look good, and she just went and hid in the back and continued the same behavior. So that's unacceptable. And like I said, guys, we're here to change it. That's it. And if she comes out and apologizes to me and to the viewers for her behavior, then they would be all good, and we could put the Belmar Library madness behind us. That's what we want to do. We don't want to keep going back to Belmar Library every single couple of months, and she doesn't want us there either. So she needs to just do the right thing, because that's one that I'm definitely not going to let go. I mean, there's a couple other follow-ups that I might just let pick your battles type of thing, but this one is absolutely. We're going to keep going there until she agrees to have a conversation with us, because she should be fired for that. There's no reason why she should still have her job. She called the police on a law-abiding citizen. She allowed her employees to be rude to me, disrespectful. She allowed other patrons to assault me, physically assault me, grab my camera, and rip my camera out of my hand, broke my gimbal. And the only thing that the employees could do was say, "Hey, you need to stop recording." Not, "Hey, lady, stop attacking this guy." You need to stop recording. And then, and they called the police on me too. And she lied and tried to have me trespass the public property. It was just an overall complete fail. And as far as follow-ups go, that's what we're doing with that one. The Belmar Library themselves didn't really respond to our complaints, and they allowed Joanna to still continue to work there. So we're just going to keep going back every month or two on a live stream and surprise her until she wants to do what's right, and apologize to us and be held accountable. And that's all there is to it.
Yeah. Well, I think what I'd like everyone to do that's watching now, if you haven't, go to that video, watch the full video, like it. Let's get that thing going again, because like you said, it was your video, it was taken off. It needs to be featured. More people need to see it. I'm going to do, with obviously your permission, a feature on you with those two videos, that DIA and the library. And, with the few subscribers I have, which, we all have to start somewhere, right? But I think the more people that can go there, like it, get the YouTube algorithms rolling, and hopefully you did something different on this one where Joanna can't get it taken off YouTube. Yeah,
I blurred her face out.
Oh, good. Yeah, we don't need to see that anyways.
Yeah.
Well, any other future projects you want to tell people about that's upcoming from your channel? Number one, and then number two, you brought up some folks that you work with. Donut Hole is one that you mentioned multiple times. Tell me about some other channels that you want your viewers to check out, that of folks that you either look up to, work with, and are there for the same cause.
Sure. Yeah. If you guys want to check me out, I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So I'm trying to get those channels growing. So go check those out and follow me there. And keep an eye out for a project that we're doing. I've told my subscribers in the beginning. I've done a story about that Denver law. I don't know. It's like, I think it's 18-9-117, which the chief of police in the Denver Police Department is using as an excuse to keep people from recording in the police station lobby, which is a violation of the Constitution. And we actually looked up the law. It actually says not one word about recording in a police station lobby. It talks about causing a disturbance. So what they're trying to do is, the chief of police is trying to make recording into a disturbance, right? So he's trying to make a First Amendment protected activity disturbance. And I've been threatened with arrest to go in there. And so I told my viewers that I'm going to challenge this law, but just not yet. And so I'm keeping my word to that. So keep an eye out for that, guys. We're going to be going in and recording in the police station lobby. So that's going to be a good one. See how it's going to what's going to transpire, because that law needs to go. It's completely unacceptable for them to sit there and say that we can't record in the police station lobby, because I had no issues recording in any lobby in the entire Denver metro area except for Denver. So that's the project that we're working on now. And so check out Donut Hole Audits. He's doing great stuff. He's like the main guy that I do auditing with, and he just got an amazing new camera, guys. He bought a cinematic camera, and he's top dog, top tier when it comes to editing. So he's got some really good stuff. If you check out my video, we do stuff together. Mine's kind of like the whole pie, and then his is more of like the highlights. So it complements really well. So check out both versions so you get a little bit from each of us. So and then also we got DJ K. The Party. It's out here. Check him out, guys. I've been doing some audits with him, and I've been up on his live streams and his panels, his Big Smoke panel, and he does a lot of good stuff, guys. He does a lot of panels, and not just auditing. He does, issues, that's social issues that's affecting people in the area. So go check him out. He's doing great stuff. Also, Mexican Longhair is another one that's kind of a jack of all trades out here. He's an auditor, but he does, a lot of stuff with the homeless and a lot of reporting and journalism. So check him out. And then also check out Regan Benson. She does a lot of stuff too for the homeless mainly. And, she does auditing and stuff like that. So check all that out and subscribe to them. And guys, if you're watching this on my channel, go check out Derek from Policing the Police and subscribe to him. And let him know that I sent you too. And thanks for doing that for us, Derek. Appreciate it, man.
No, thank you so much. And then the only thing that I want to say, as far as my channel goes, maybe I have a channel that grows and it becomes something. And I know your channel is going to be, it's going to hit 100, 200 here soon. Will you commit coming back on with me once you get very YouTube famous?
Hey man, I would love to come back and interview you, or let you interview me.
Yeah, and by that time, I can promise you, maybe I'll get with Donut Hole Audits on all this whole technology thing, and I'll have this crap figured out. But that's like I said, you live and you learn. But I do have a commitment that I talk about how a lot of us don't have the balls to go out and do what you guys do. And I told my 12-year-old son this, who thinks that this is so cool that I'm able to interview my favorite people on YouTube. And I told him that if I get 1,000 subscribers to my channel, I'll do my own audit. I'll go out and actually do one instead of just sharing people's videos. I think that that's something that I think when you hit 1,000, you can go live, and you need that protection on your phone, like to be able. You can't just take your MacBook in there and go live for, so if something were to happen. And that's why I'm going to do one when I have a little protection there. But if you guys can help me get there, I'll go out and do my own. I'm out here it's a small town, Gardner, Kansas, where the school board's out of line, the police department. We have more DUI arrests in this 20,000 person town than anywhere around. So there's a lot of work to be done here. So if you can help me get there, I'll do it. And then I'll be an auditor myself, hopefully here soon. But I want to thank you, your followers, allowing me to come on your channel. This was great. I think there was so much brought to life about you, yourself, why you're in it, the great things that you're doing, and what you've got coming up is fantastic. And if there's anybody out there that wants to support Denver Metro Audits by making a donation, that's the last thing I want to say. Go do it. How would they do so if they could help your cause to make sure that you can file those requests, get all the things that you need to get done to do those follow-ups?
Sure. Yeah, I have PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo, and you can find those links in my About section, or I put them in the description in all my videos. And that reminds me, I wanted to give a shout out to everyone who donated for Loaf's fundraiser. It's my dog Loaf. He was sick in the hospital for like a few days, and so I just appreciate that. I know it's kind of a weird thing to ask for, but we ended up raising I think it was like $200. So that was amazing. Thank you guys, and not just for that, but all of your guys' amazing support in the comments, all of the positive energy and uplifting comments in my community tab and all that stuff. That means so much to me, and that really helped us. I think it helped Loaf get out of it, because I'm a strong believer in positive energy and vibrations, that frequency really helping lift him out of that. So thank you guys. And if you want to support the channel, you can do it through all of those donation apps. I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, and how is Loaf, your dog? He came through okay? He or she?
Yeah, it's a boy, and we just had a doctor appointment Wednesday, and he's got to be on some medication for another couple weeks at least. It's it's one of those. He had a salivary gland infection, and it's really difficult to get rid of. But I mean, he was like in agonizing pain. He didn't even
Yeah.
want to move, and we had to have him hospitalized. They had him on fentanyl. He wasn't eating. He was like skin and bones. It was like a nightmare. And we finally got him good enough to bring home. And then every day he's getting better and better. I mean, he's one of those little dogs. So he's one of those yapper dogs. So I used to hate when he would bark all the time. And now when he's barking, it's like, I'm like, yeah, you can bark as much as you want, bud. It's all good. So that's how we know he's
Yeah,
feeling
and
better. So,
yeah, and for those that don't understand, I had an older dog that we had to put in like overnight care. That stuff's like $1,200 a night for like that stuff gets expensive. So I'm sure you really appreciate all the help there, and glad to hear he's doing better. And I'll end with thank you for what you're doing. Continue the great work. I really look forward to talking to you again soon here when you're not having to work other part-time jobs because your channel is doing so well. And thank you to your subscribers, all the people in the chat that I'm going to read afterwards because I can't do two things at once here. But I look forward to reading that, and thank you for the support that you've given me and helping my channel grow. And once I get to like I said, 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to send you the video of my first audit, and we'll go from there.
awesome. I can't wait to watch it.
All right, guys. You have a great night, and thanks to you, DMA, for joining me.
Hey, thanks, Derek. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it. Have a good evening.
All right, you too, brother.
Okay. All right. Bye.